Welcome back to the Art of Crochet blog, and we've got these great colours this week, and this is square 112, and I think this is testament to, with just a small palette we've got with this series of squares, that the designers really managed to ring the changes and put some great colour combinations out for us. So I've already started here. I've got a chain of 6 joined into a circle, and then into that I've done 3 chains and 1 treble, and then 2 chains and 2 treble clusters. So these are 2 treble clusters divided by a 2 chain space. So I've done my 2 chain here, and the 2 treble cluster, just to remind you, it's yarn over and then yarn through just the first part of the stitch, and you do that twice, and then yarn over and through all 3 stitches, and then another 2 chains. So you do that, so you've got 8 petals. And this is what your little flower should look like so far, and I've fastened that off, and the next round's in the lime green, which is I think my favourite colour combination here, the mauve and lime green. And we start off with a 2 chain and treble again in there, and this round is very much like the previous one. So we're going to do 2 treble clusters separated by a 2 chain. There we are. And then you keep doing that all the way round. So there's 2 chains in between this one and this one, and in the next one there's no chain in between the next cluster, if you see what I mean. So there's a chain space within your space, but not in between the ones. I'm not making any sense, am I? I'll show you. Look. So there's a 2 chain space here, but there isn't one there. Get it? So here we are at the beginning of the 3rd round, and I've fastened off the green, and I'm going to join the turquoise and do 3 chain here and 1 treble, and then 1 chain and 2 trebles. So 1 chain this time and 2 trebles, so ordinary trebles, not cluster. And then it's the same in the next two chain space, so not in the bit in between there that didn't have a space, but in the bit over here. So that's where the next two treble group will be. So 2 treble, 1 chain and 2 treble. So keep doing that all the way round, and there's no shaping now. I think the shaping will probably happen in the 5th round. So this is where we are so far, and my little circle is a bit, is sort of curling up a little bit, but I think it's going to flatten out when we do some shaping. But I'm going to join the navy yarn now with that nice new ball we've got, find the end, and I'm just going to do 1 chain here, and then a double crochet in that space, and then 2 chains and a double crochet in the next space. So this time I'm going to go into that 1 chain space, and then another 2 chain, and then into the gap between those 2 trebles, and then 2 chain and double crochet into there. So there, you get the idea. Keep going all the way around. So my little circle has got even more curled up, but I think we've got some nice distinct spaces now to work in for the next round, which is the shaping round. And we start off with 5 chains, and that can only be the standing chain for something really tall. So that's 5 chains, and then a double treble and 2 trebles all into that same space. So I think I'm going to go backwards here and do it there. So double treble, of course, with the yarn round the hook twice, and then a regular treble. And then into the next space we're going to do one treble, and then we're getting shorter with 2 half trebles. And then in the next round we do a half treble, I think, yeah, 2, and then a treble. So we go back up again. So you can see what's going to happen. We've got these tall corners, and then we go down to a little dip with the half trebles, and then back up with this treble. In the next space we're going to start getting taller again. We've got 2 trebles and a double treble round twice, and then, wait for it, drum roll please, we're going to have a triple treble. So you can guess how that goes. 1, 2, 3 wraps round the hook before you go in. We don't do many of these, do we? They're quite a rarity. Whoop, there we go. So that's super tall, that one, if I can manage to do it properly. So overexcited. There we are. And then we start reversing again. So the next one will be triple treble, going down again to a treble, and then the half trebles again. So there you go, that's the peak of your corner. And you can see here I'm halfway around this shaping round, round 5, and it's starting to flatten my square out, whereas here it's still all curled up. So that works. So here's the corner with the long triple treble and a 2 chain space in the gap, and then a double treble in the trebles as well. Rather handsome, isn't it? So for the 6th and final round, we're going to do double crochets. So I've done 1 chain and a double crochet into the corner space there, and then 1 in each space, in each stitch rather, 1 in the corner, then 2 chain and another 1 in the corner before heading off down the row here, and there should be 14 stitches down each side. So here we go, and at the end we fasten off, and it really has flattened out. Well, kind of. I'm still a bit puffy, but that's just a life condition, isn't it? There we go. That's square 112, and of course don't forget to label your squares.